Hello students, welcome back to your online class of English. Today in English, what we are going to do, we are going to do the active English. Okay, what we are going to do today, we are going to do today is active English. And in active English, what we are going to do, we are going to do the 3 chapters. Yes, you heard correctly. We are going to do 3 chapters which are interrelated to each other. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you which chapter are these. Okay. So, these are about the tenses. So, we just only have to read the simple tense. We just only have to read the simple tense. And as we know, there are 3 types of tenses. How many type of tenses are? There are 3 types of tenses. First is past tense. Past means in which the action had performed earlier, previously. Okay, so this is called that past tense. And the second is present tense. In present tense means the action which is performing right now. That is your present tense. And the third tenses are future tense, which means the action will going to perform in future. Okay, so basically there are 3 type of tenses: past tense, present tense and future tense. And we are going to study about simple tense only. Okay, so we are going to study about the simple past tense, simple present tense and simple future tense. Okay, so let's begin to study with our first tense, which is the past tense. So see your chapter number 24, the simple past tense. See your chapter number 24, the simple past tense. Okay, so in simple past tense, see what is past tense. Okay, what is past tense? Use past tense verbs to describe actions that happened in the past. Okay, by using the past tense verbs, we describe all the action which had done in the past. Okay, we always talk about the previous or about the past, all those actions had which had completed in the past, we talk about in these type of actions in the past tense. Okay, all the actions which had happened in the past, we talk about those tenses in the past tense. Okay, see examples of past tense. Now what we are going to do, we do the examples of past tense. See the first. Yesterday he walked the dog. Yesterday he walked the dog. So the verb walked tells us about the action happened in past. Okay. So the verb walked. Here, what is the verb? Walked. Walk tells us the action which had happened in the past. That means he walked his dog yesterday. Okay. He walked the dog yesterday. So this is the action had happened in the past. So this verb walked tell us about the action which had happened in the past. Okay, see the next. What did you notice about walked? What did you notice about walked here? Here we add ed to the walk. Simply we say walk. Simply we say walk. Here simply we say walk. When we add ed, that means it becomes past. So to write past tense verb, add ed or d. Okay, like verb plus ed equal to past tense. Okay, whenever we add ed to any verb, it becomes past tense. It becomes past tense. Okay? Whenever we add ed to any word, it becomes past tense. See? Let us try making some verbs past tense. Okay? Let us making some verbs past tense. We make some verbs to the by adding the ed to make it past tense. See? What is the past tense of watch? What is the past tense of watch? Yes, we add ed to the watch. It becomes watched. That's it. Just add ed to the watch. It becomes watched. It becomes watched. See another. What is the past tense of play? What is the past tense of play? Yes. Very good. You have to add only ed with the word play, with the verb play to become it played. So played is a past verb which tells us about the past tense. Okay. So see the next. What is the past tense of knocking? Sorry, knock. What is the past tense of knock? What is the past tense of knock? Yes, we have to add only ed to make it the past tense. So it becomes knocked. It becomes knocked. And it tells about the past tense. When we add verb, when we add ed to any verb, it becomes the past tense. Okay? See some more examples like work becomes worked, cook becomes cooked, walk becomes walked, like becomes liked, stop becomes stopped. These all words which have ed, it tells us about the past tense. Okay? Now some irregular verbs. There are some irregular verbs which also use as a past verbs. Okay, for past tenses. See? Become becomes became. Eat becomes ate. Begin becomes began. Here we are not adding only ed. We are changing the words to become past tense. Make becomes made. Okay. Now becomes new. No becomes new. Okay. Become becomes, eat, ate, begin, began, make, made, no, new. Okay. So these are some irregular verbs which you use as a past tense. Now, this was all about the past tense where we have to use ed or some irregular verbs to make it past. Now we are going to study about the simple present, which is our chapter number 25, the simple present tense, which is chapter number 25, the simple present tense. See, present tense. Present tense used for verbs that describes action happening right now. Present tense is only used for those verbs which tell us that action is performing right now. Okay, at present. Then we only use the present tense. Okay, so present tense used for the verbs that describe action happening right now. Present tense used for those verbs only that describes action happening right now. When we talk about those action which is performing right now or which is happening right now, then we use present tense here. So we are going to study about the simple present tense. See some example of present tense. By seeing the example, you will be more clear about the present tense. See, he plays. He plays. Okay, so here plays is in the present tense. Plays describes us that the action is happening right now. That means he is playing right now. So he plays is describes us that particular boy is playing right now. That this action is happening right now. That means that action is happening at present. So he plays describes the present tense here. Next is write most verbs in the present tense by adding s. Like in the past tense, we add ed with some verbs to make it past tense. Here, to make the present tense, we have to use s or es to make it present tense. See? Write, when we add s with the word write, it becomes writes, and it tells us about the action is happening right now. That means it is a present tense. So write plus s becomes writes, and it is a present form. Writes is a present form because it has s with the verb. See the next? Run. When we add s with the verb, that means verb is here run. When we add s with the run, it becomes runs. And runs describes that this action is happening right now and it is a present tense. So run plus s equal to runs. When we add s with verb, it becomes present tense. Okay. Next, eat plus s. It becomes eats. When we add a s with the verb, it becomes present tense, and that means eats describe that this action is happening right now. So eats describes us that it is a present tense. Now what about talk? What about talk? Now when we are talking about a word talk, so to become it present tense, what we have to use? We have to add s with the talk and it becomes talks, and it becomes talks. Okay, so find out some more words which you became the present tense. Okay, so with this we are going to study about our next tense, which is the simple future tense, which is our chapter number 26, simple future tense. First is our simple past tense, second is our simple present tense. Now we are going to study about the simple future tense. See, future tense. First is our future tense. The simple future tense is used to describe something that is sure to happen. When we are sure that anything is happen in the future, which is surely happen, then we use the future tense for that. Whenever we are sure that something is happen in future, like I am sure that another video will going to broadcast tomorrow for you, then I'll use the future tense here. Okay, when we are sure that anything will happen in the future surely, then only we use the future tense there. Okay, see, I will buy a toy. There I am going to describe that I will buy a toy. Okay, so here I am going to surely predict that I will buy a toy. Okay, so when I use the will, it becomes the future tense. Whenever I use the will, it becomes future tense. That means I am describing something for that will surely happen in the future. See the next? I think it will rain tonight. I think it will rain tonight here means that I am predicting something which will surely happen in the future or which will surely happen tonight. So, I think it will rain tonight. So, here will again describes about the future tense. Here will again describes about the future tense. See the next. Add will before the base form of a verb. Whenever we use a base form of a verb, we have to use will to make it simple future tense. Like will plus base form of verb. That means whenever we use will with the verb, it becomes future tense. It becomes a future tense. See? Examples: will plus go equal to will go. Go here is the base form of the verb. And whenever we use will with the go, it becomes will go. I will go for a walk tomorrow. So here I'm going to use a will with the base form of verb to describe the future tense. Next, will plus play equal to will play. I will play in the park tonight. I will play in the park tonight. So here I use will with the base form of the verb, which is play, and it will become will play. It will become will play. Then it describes the future tense. It describes the simple future tense. Next is will plus eat. It equal to will eat. I will eat my favorite vegetable today. I will eat my favorite vegetable today. So here will plus eat, that means will plus a base form of a verb, describes us that this will happen in the future. Okay. So these are the some example of will plus base form of a verb like will go, will play and will eat. See the next. We are using going to also for describing the future tense. So here we are going to using the will going to. Okay. See, you can make the simple future tense by adding a be verb like, what is the be verb? Is, am or are. Whenever we use is, am, are with the going to, it becomes a simple future tense. Before the base form of a verb, we use a be verb, that is, am, are with the going to, it became a future tense. See? With the example, I am. Am is a be verb here. I am going to draw. That is describes the future tense here. I am going to draw. Here we are talking about the simple future tense. When we use a be verb with the going to describe a future tense. Okay. Second is we are going to swim. Here are again is a be verb. We use be verb with the going to. It describes that we are talking about a future tense. So we are going to swim. Here again we are going to talk about future. Next is he is going to laugh. He is going to laugh. Laugh means is also a be verb, and when we use the be verb with the word going to, it describes us that the action will perform in the future. So he is going to laugh. That also describes about the simple future tense. Okay. So here make sure to use the right be verb. There are only 3 be verbs that are am, are, is. Only 3 be verb which is am, are, is. Only with these 3 be verbs we use going to. So be verbs should match their subject. Be verb should also match their subject, means am is always used with the I. I am. Okay. So we use with the particular subject like I, we use am. So our be verb should always match with their subject. Like are is used for the plurals and is used for the singulars. Okay. So you have to match your be verbs first with your subjects, and then you have to add going to, and it will becomes the future tense. So this is all about your tenses. This is all about your tenses, which was past, present, and future. And in the next video, we are going to perform some activities which is related to these tenses. Okay? Till then, study your tenses, all the three tenses, the simple form of all the three tenses. Till then, stay well, stay safe, and study at your homes. Okay? Thank you so much.